like, hey, I'm here at PAX 2017. I'm here with Emil. You're the marketing manager for TrailMakers.
That's right.
So, what is TrailMakers?
TrailMakers is a game that lets you build anything you want.
Okay.
It's a vehicle building game where you're set in this open world full of dangerous wildlife, dangerous weather, a generally dangerous world where you have to conquer the environment by building awesome vehicles.
Okay, so let's start. So what's the first thing I'm doing here?
We put you a little bit into the first campaign, and then we also put you in the sandbox mode, which means that you can pretty much build anything you want. You're going to have unlimited of our currency. You see, I already found one of the vehicles. That menu was the pre-made vehicles that we asked some of our alpha testers to send to us. Because every time you build something and you save it, it saves as a PNG, and all the save data is in the metadata of the PNG file.
Okay.
So you can just send it to your friends, and they can load it into their game, and there they have the car.
Nice.
So you can build cars, you can build planes, helicopters, boats, anything you want. The only thing we tell you is that where to go next. So you see a big green beam in the distance.
Yeah.
That's the next checkpoint. And we tell you where to go, but we don't tell you how to do it.
Yeah, like the video that I'm familiar with seeing this is there was a guy that had a vehicle and he was able to traverse quite a bit, but there was a jump that he had to make, and he had 5 boosters, but one booster where there was 4 and 4 and like one here, but he ended up moving the boosters around, getting more thrust out of the jump, and he was able to jump that like large chasm of water.
That's right.
There's a lot of
the puzzle aspect in the game is that it's entirely physics-based.
Yeah.
So things such as weight distribution matter a lot, and so does aerodynamics. So if you're faced with a big jump that you can't make, you might want to check, have I put too many engines on the back of the vehicle?
Yeah.
Because if so, you'll tilt backwards. We also got a little bit of tilt controls while you're in the air, so you can offset it a little bit with WASD. But why don't you try the car that you found?
Sure. So
you
how do I get it?
F.
Sorry, F?
Yeah.
All right, so that gets me in there.
And then you run over to it and press Q.
I am adorable.
And
then just
regular WASD.
All right. Now, is there any? Okay, there we go.
So right down here, you have the first kind of slippery surface, this wet grass that will make you slide around a little bit. There's a jump to your right, which is kind of the first jump that you have to make. The jets activate on space when you're ready for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Give you an extra boost.
A little bit of turbo.
I'll give it a try. So as you can see, parts start falling off, right? And then you can just press R, and it'll repair your vehicle because you made it. So
yeah. All right. Do the pieces like automatically return even if they've like fallen off a cliff or anything?
Oh yeah, yeah. It remembers kind of the blueprint for your car, and pressing R restores it to what it was.
So
you
I'm
just
stuck in a rock.
You can just press R until it kind of fixes itself. There we go.
Yeah. All right. So you got checkpoints here. So once you get to checkpoint 4,
once you get the checkpoint, your progress is saved, and you can fast travel between stations.
Okay.
Yeah. So I actually think the next checkpoint might be a bit further in the distance because someone played it before you and already got the checkpoint. See, that's another case. So when it's physics-based, also means that if one of your front wheels hits like a cliff, that front wheel will fall off, right? So it's modular; it'll fall off the way that it crashes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
So you already found a vehicle that is both aerodynamic, has 4 jets, and a spoiler to hold you down. So it's kind of cheating because now you see, physics-based.
All right. So how do I pick another car here?
So if you press F, you can just mark everything with a square, and then delete the car.
So that's a plane?
That's a plane. I've got a helicopter. Someone tried to build a motorcycle. We actually also have a couple of boats, like that one. And the reason it doesn't look like a boat is that when we made this demo, we didn't know that boats worked.
Okay.
But the players found out that there's a little bit of flotation in the wheels. So if you have enough wheels on it, it'll float on the water. So they just put wheels everywhere.
Oh, I love
You get
it.
free camera if you press C twice. Yeah, that's it. And you can move it around with the mouse.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna try and fly. And I'm smashing.
And repair.
Oh, nice. Alright, whoop, and I meant to do that. That was just completely, whoop. It's like pull up, pull up, pull up.
So, you actually made it to the other side, into the next checkpoint.
Not too bad. Whoa. I like how it's like, it is like the physics based. Like it definitely has like a lot of really fun kind of moments you can have from doing that.
Oh yeah. It teaches a little bit about physics, but it's a fine line to walk between making it ultra realistic and making it fun to play and intuitive. And we've always had this kind of philosophy with TrailMakers where it's more important that it's predictable than that it is totally realistic. It doesn't matter that it's not entirely realistic as long as you know what's going on, and especially that you know why something didn't work. It's a game very much about trial and error. So if you can't tell why something didn't work, then that's not good, right?
Yeah, it's a little easier. You can kind of predict.
You can see that if it topples over to the side, oh, that makes sense because I put all my engines on the side, right? Oh, wow.
All right, so we've got...
So that's your checkpoint. So right in this build, there's a little bit of currency sync where in order to get the checkpoint, you have to go into build mode and drag an engine into the green beam. So you can just find an engine from the inventory. I think it has to be the red ones.
Yeah? All right.
Like that.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of saves your progress.
Nice. All right,
So we'll have a big this big open world full of
how big are the worlds?
The demo world is not that big. I think it's 2x4 kilometers, but it'll be around 4 times bigger in early access, and then we'll just keep putting more worlds in. And they'll be kind of themed. So the first part of this world is themed around doing big jumps, and the next part, when you get up on this hill, is kind of like wind tunnels, where the game will start to demand you build an aerodynamic profile for your vehicle.
Okay.
So you have to make it aerodynamic first from the front because there's a lot of wind going towards you, and later on wind from the side, where you have to either make a vehicle that's aerodynamic from the side or one that's where the jets are pointed, towards the wind, so it kind of offsets.
Gotcha. So I can add stuff here.
You can.
So
all you have to do is just drag and drop stuff to the car, and when the green beams or blue beams light up.
How do I rotate?
If you let go of the block, then there's little green arrows
okay.
like that. Yeah.
Gotta get it going the other way, but I don't think it will. Oh. Okay, so I got that. So how do I spin the car around?
You can mark all of it just by dragging a square over it.
Dragging where?
Make a square, just drag, like that.
Oh, okay.
And then you can spin it like that. Oh. But you can also just delete that by dragging a square over it and just deleting. Yeah, just press delete.
There we go. So, we got this guy.
So it looks like one of the wheels isn't entirely attached.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Not sure.
If you hold down the right click, you can turn the camera.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
And the easiest part to, the easiest way to get something to attach is look directly at the surface where you want to put it. So if you want to put something on the side of the car, just look directly at the side of the car. Yeah, like that. You see now.
Gotcha. So, it's all perspective of.
It's all perspective.
All right. So
everything is attached. Well,
yeah, I don't know.
that one is not attached at least. So
Are you interested in this kind of thing?
now it is.
This mailing list, how do you sign up? It's a...
All right, so there's that.
Sharing the field, the people sign up, and
Yeah, it's one of the preset ones. It must have just not been fully complete.
Yeah, I think so. There's even there's only a steering hinge on the left wheel.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you pull that wheel to the side, you just throw it over there, something.
And put one of these
And,
guys.
yeah, you put one of those
Oh, okay.
like that. Make sure that it's that it lights up blue. I think it's under the car right now. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Let's see here.
that's it. Yeah. Now the wheel. Yep. So if
All
you
right.
press F now.
I got two on there.
It's not the most. Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Oh, you can just.
All right. So the jet engines is what gives us like the boost.
The jet engines give a big boost, and they can be used to either just boost a car, or to build a rocket, or to get a jet plane working.
All right, so I got a bunch of miscellaneous pieces all over here. And okay. Let's see here. There you go. That little fella on there.
You don't need a steering hinge in the back as long as
No?
there's one in the front.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
All right.
It's good.
Let's see how she's got.
All right. And space for the jets.
Oh, and I put them on back.
didn't wanna say anything.
If I have to make a really good retreat, I've got the perfect car to do
Exactly.
so.
So it's the kind of game where you we want to make it as fun to fail as it is to succeed, right? So if you put them on backwards, it has to be at least slightly amusing to see it fail.
There we go. So this is easily the greatest car I think that's
I think it's
probably.
a
It's
car
pretty good.
that works
It's pretty good.
is already
Well-
a success.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. Like, can you make anything that's like scaling like the wall or anything? Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
How would you do that?
We have a guy who made some pretty amazing things. A lot of the things in the menu, he made those. He made one where the jets points, that one. You see how the jet points downwards? So when he starts driving towards the cliff, he just presses the, try that one, like a smoother surface like that. See if it works. And he just presses the space button, because then it's kind of attaches to the, it forces you along the wall like that. I think he actually climbed the mountain with it.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of neat, like all the stuff you can do, and I like how I mean, I know you can like rebuild the cars like right again, but it is fun kind of seeing them just get destroyed.
And obviously, in this alpha demo, there's not that many blocks in the game right now, right?
Yeah.
We have maybe 20 blocks, and we'll add more and more and more. So, for example, for climbing climbing mountains, we might add some caterpillar legs that will make you just some tires with even better traction or something like that.
How many pieces and stuff do you kind of get from the start, and like how do you get more pieces, like more customization stuff?
So in the beginning, you pick up 4 wheels, 1 engine, 2 steering hinges, and a seat.
Okay.
So that very, very basic car is just is the one you start with. I think that one actually is the one you would start with.
Okay.
And then we have a currency system where you pick up this substance. As you see, you have unlimited right now, but it would be limited in the campaign mode.
Okay.
And then you slowly also unlock more and more blocks, so you don't have the jet engines from the beginning. You find them.
Oh, this is neat.
This is a walker that might or might not work. Because a lot of the game can be bypassed if you just have a lot of jet engines right now.
Yeah.
So we want to make it so that you slowly unlock cooler and cooler pieces.
Just trying to think of how to walk this guy.
I think these do something too, right? No? Huh. I don't know who built it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's kind of neat, like the stuff that you can kind of do with like the creation process of it is like, what are some vehicles that maybe people have made that even you guys were surprised?
The first thing that surprised us was the part about the wheels. So like that, for example, is a boat. Because there's a little bit of flotation in the wheels, so and the players found out about it, and we didn't really know that.
Okay.
So since that has so many wheels and it's only jet propelled, there's no engine in it, only the.
Oh, okay. So this was like the one that you used in the water.
They just, instead of jumping over the water, they just put that thing down in the water and then floated across it. And that's kind of exactly what we wanted the players to do, right? To have an open interpretation of how you want to do it. Press. Let's see. And we'll find the.
Yeah.
So this is the first thing that surprised me. Let's see if we can do this.
Yeah.
As you can see, the game is not made for sailing, but people don't care about that.
Yeah.
Obviously, when it comes out, we'll have pieces where you can actually make it float properly.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of like really decent, like really neat ideas in it as well. Like even with something where it's just like you're kind of creating your own vehicle. I mean, like you can spend literally like hours on it.
That's what we hope.
And it does like a lot of really neat things. Not necessarily stuff that you maybe wanted to do, but that's where that trial and error kind of comes in.
It's the kind of game where when players have played it for a couple of hours, they often have an urge to try and break it.
Yeah.
To test out the limits of the physics that we made in it, to see if they can make it do wacky stuff. And that became clear after only a couple of hours of alpha testing of it. And we are, totally condoning trying to break it as much as possible. See if we can find one of the crazier contraptions here. Sure. We have something like this, which is obviously a plane. Oh man, horrible crash.
So you guys are in early testing right now?
We are. This is a alpha testing build, so it's not public yet. But we're going for Steam Early Access later this year.
All right, cool. Now is Steam the only platform you're looking at right now, or do you guys look to bring it out to like other platforms?
We really want to do the early access to get as much player response as we can from the beginning, because we know that it's the kind of game where we just have to have people tell us, what kind of parts do they want? Do they want more of the multiplayer? Do they want deathmatch?
Just get like community feedback.
Exactly. And when we've done that for a while, hopefully in 2018 we'll get closer to 1.0. And when we do that, we plan on launching on consoles too.
Excellent. All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.